Why else would they have the civilian inmate labor program on record since 2005 declassified? Please tell me. Please, Mr. Oh, wait, that's right. You're not interested in looking into real documents. You're not interested in watching the Iran-Contra hearings where they talk about Rex 84 over 20 years ago. All right, let's keep playing it.
You and I both, and there's others, if you really try to debunk these things, and I think this is why the mainstream media doesn't do it, first of all, do you believe, because I don't think we should set out in anything to debunk it or to prove it right, we should prove the truth.
Well, it's called reporting. And
oh, I didn't know that.
And somebody makes a claim.
Cut it. It's called report. That guy hasn't reported on anything other than late-night talk shows and crappy movies in his entire career. He was the ex-editor of Entertainment Weekly. Is that a real news organization? Oh, let's get those pictures on the red carpet. Let's make sure that we get a good shot of Lindsay Lohan's ass. That's the kind of thing that he did. He's not a reporter. He didn't even go to any of these camps. He admitted it yesterday. He sent one film crew to one camp that he knew was a place where they fixed trains. Isn't that admirable? And now it's called reporting. Let's go. Keep playing it.
About facts.
Yeah.
You don't make up your mind in advance. You go and you look at the facts. You look at the evidence. What's frightening about
Stop. And pull it back a little bit because he's calling it frightening. You look at the facts. So, again, if you're going to look at the facts, look at the documents. Look at the legislation trying to be passed. This is this year, January 27, 2009. This is a couple months old they're trying to pass this. This is more authorization of FEMA camps in the United States. It's H.R. 645. What do you think? They write these things up for their health? They propose them because, they're never going to use them? Give me a break. And it's frightening that these conspiracy theorists just cling onto their beliefs no matter how much shoddy reporting we put out there. We showed 3 things today. No, 3 things in 2 days. I'm sorry. We showed you in the past 2 days that one of these facilities is a place for trains to be repaired. And we showed you another satellite photo of a North Korean training camp. And we told you that some of these places are to train the National Guard. And that's it. And now we're just supposed to bite down on a pillow and take it, I guess. Give me a break. All right, let's keep going.
Conspiracy theorists
should prove the truth.
Well, it's called reporting. And
oh, I didn't know that.
And somebody makes a claim about facts.
Yeah.
You don't make up your mind in advance. You go and you look at the facts. You look at the evidence. What's frightening about the conspiracy theorists is that they really have already made up their minds in a lot of cases. And so when you come along and say, well, we checked out that claim you're making, it turns out it's not exactly true. They don't say, oh, okay, let me go back. Maybe I should check my facts again.
Stop. We don't. You show me some legitimate evidence that the civilian inmate labor program doesn't exist, and I'll listen. I'll listen to all this crap. All right? You have 1 point. I'll listen. I'm not so stuck to my belief system like these guys would have you believe that I don't listen to other people. I listen to everybody. I look at all the evidence, and it just is. For instance, Stephen Jones this week puts out a peer-reviewed paper proving that there's unexploded thermite in the World Trade Center dust. He has a 25-page peer-reviewed paper put out there, and I've got to hear debunkers out there saying, oh, it's not in a real journal, and oh, it's already been debunked. They didn't even read the thing. And I've been saying for years that this guy was on the right track. He did the experiments. He listened to the quote-unquote regular version, the media reports. He read the NIST reports along with Kevin Ryan, the Underwriters Laboratories reports. He wasn't even into this until someone brought it to his attention 4 years later. But he must be a conspiracy theorist. The guy is an ex-professor at Brigham Young. A physics professor. My God. We're going to come back with more of the douchebaggery of Glenn Beck and Jimmy Meggs. Finish up there, and then we're going to go right to your calls. The call-in line's 866-582-9933. You can check out my blog over at theinfowarrior.com.
You better understand that
And we're just going to get right back into this Glenn Beck, Jimmy Meggs propaganda piece for the smallest of minds, for little brains out there. Glenn Beck, go ahead.
Clearly, you're part of it.
Right. You and I both have been part of it now. We're part of it. I was actually, somebody called me the grand architect for 9/11. Because I came from nowhere.
Cut it. No one ever said that about you, Beck. No one likes you. Okay? No one's ever accused you of being the grand architect of anything other than being a douchebag. You are a grand architect of that. Having a bad haircut, having a bad style, being disingenuous. Yes, you're an architect of those things. No one said you were the architect of the 9/11 cover-up. You didn't even get into the game until Popular Mechanics was in the game, which means Hearst Publications was actually hired to do this. Jimmy Meggs, you are part of it. You damn well know what you're doing. You are. Your bad comb-over, your creepy little smile, your bad glasses. Yeah, you are part of it. And they both are part of a cover-up now. And now Glenn Beck's going to be like, oh, it's all spooky, and I'm just trying to tell people the truth and the real news, and I just keep getting attacked. I'm attacked all the time. I'm Glenn Beck. Keep playing it.
You're for 9/11. Because I came from nowhere, and my rise has been, in their eyes, so meteoric, which I've worked for 30 years in radio. But it happened so fast that the only thing that could explain it is that I was the media architect on the cover-up of 9/11.
And you can see how people are searching to make these conspiracies get bigger and bigger. Because the core facts that they've been claiming on the 9/11 conspiracies, which Popular Mechanics, the way a lot of this started is we've investigated these for several years. But every time you knock down a certain fact that someone's claiming, they have to expand the conspiracy. So now you're in it, we're in it. Anybody who believes the mainstream view is somehow tied up. There must be hundreds of thousands of people now keeping this secret. And yet somehow...
Hundreds. There's the argument again. Remember, all these people had to be involved in 9/11, and all these people had to be hired for the cover-up. There'd be whistleblowers. That's their big argument. Someone would have come forward. Someone would have said, it was me. I helped with 9/11. I was approached to cover it up. That's not how it works. Give me a break. Hundreds of thousands of people. I have been on record several dozen times saying at best, 50 people in this world, at best, had any kind of knowledge of the full plot. 50, maybe 50. It could honestly be a dozen. I mean, when you're running top secret drills, and this is now declassified, of planes hitting towers at the same exact time with the CIA through the National Reconnaissance Office, type in Operation Jackal Cave going on that morning. The whole thing is redacted, but one paragraph, and it's another drill. I wonder if Jackal Cave could have had something to do with Islamic terrorists. Doesn't sound similar. What about Amalgam Virgo? What about Apollo Guardian? You know, when I was on with Meggs, I asked him about this. He had no answer. Oh, when we knocked down a conspiracy theory. They didn't knock anything down. They've never knocked anything down. All right, keep playing it.
It's never leaked.
We've always had conspiracies. I mean, you know, growing up, I remember, oh no, it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald. Oh, no, you don't know. Where do these come from? Why are they? Because there are so many of them now. As I see it, it's a combination of A, you have access to photos, information, easy to make videos, easy to make things look real.
Everything's easy now.
And there's no filter on the internet, so people can just say and do whatever they want, which is fine with me. But then the other side is journalism doesn't mean anything to anymore. I mean, the things that have been said and written where it's a blatant lie or it's just part of the truth. So the media and Washington and everything else has so disenfranchised people, they don't believe that anymore. Is that what causes this to get so bad now?
There are a lot.
You know what causes it, Glenn? All the mainstream media articles refuting the official version. How about the hundreds of videos of people talking about secondary explosions in the building, in the lobby, in the basement, before the plane hit? How about Willie Rodriguez and his testimony, me going down and actually talking to him? How about me talking to April Gallup, who came through the hole in the Pentagon? No, but I'm not a reporter. I only went, tracked these people down, and filmed their accounts. You know, There's only, again, hundreds of mainstream media videos talking about secondary explosions. We now have unexploded thermite in the dust, proven, peer-reviewed. But no, I'm a nutcase. I'm Johnny Nonsense. Give me a break. All right, we're going to finish up with the Glenn Beck, and then I promise you, we'll be taking your calls. It's the Info Warrior.